Ah! Doing the stuff. The things and the stuffs are happening. They're happening. The stuffs. All the stuffs and all the things. All the things and all the stuff. The things and the stuff, they're all happening all at one time. They're all happening at one time. Bam! I'm guessing I got a couple more seconds. The seconds are counting. The seconds have happened. What is going on, you guys? Telesco was popping. Kyle, Joe, Wayne, David, Fox. Hola, my amigos was popping. Ricky, yo. Insidious, yo. Yeah, lots of O's on that one. Hey, what's good, brother? What up, Jared? Death, what's going on, you guys? Exciting times. The giveaway engine will be here Monday. I'm very excited. So the case halves come back Monday, which means next week you guys get some EJ25 engine building videos, which are always some fun ones. So I'll be showing you guys how to build the engines from scratch, how to take all the measurements and everything like that. So if any of you guys want to build your own engines, this should be a pretty detailed walkthrough of a video to be able to allow you guys to do it. I'll probably do it in 2 parts of like measuring the engine and then assembling it. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Hello, Cole and Junior. Death. So the 0607 WRXs have fitment problems when putting on an equal length header due to the oil filter. My tuner recommended deleting the oil cooler. Does this sound right? Any downsides? You can run an external oil cooler if you want. There are definitely fitment issues with it. You'll also run into fitment issues with the lower core support and a lot of headers out there with equal length ones at that. If you want, yeah, I mean, by all means, you can totally delete it if you want to. A lot of people actually end up deleting it. It's also seen as like an oil warmer. So, I mean, it could go both ways. But if you want to delete it, that's totally fine also. I might have my 13 STI clutch starting to go. What are the signs of it starting to go? You'll try to get into power, and the RPMs are just going to go up, but you're not going to go any faster. Your clutch is slipping. Or you might start smelling it. There's a couple things that could be going on. Spill the beans. What beans you want to know, Kyle? Kyle, what beans? Doug! Yo, my man. What up, Doug? What up, Doug? Jared, wearing my wolf in sheep's clothing hoodie. That shirt is soft AF. Hey, so I'm talking about my dude. Get those likes up, y'all. See, that's what I'm saying. David coming in here, policing people up. Am I on time to enter the engine giveaway? The giveaway ends the time to enter the giveaway ends in about 5.5 hours. So if anybody does want to get into the giveaway last minute, I'll throw the website up now. Boop. Boop. If anybody does want to enter, you got about 5.5 hours left to enter the giveaway at midnight. That's when it shuts off for entries. So yeah, I mean, you still got a little bit of time left if you want to jump in there. Hopefully going to be looking for an EJ257. See, that's what I'm talking about. Is the Cobb 20G too big to stay with the top mount intercooler? Nope, it's a great turbo to stay with the top mount intercooler. It's relatively small in like physical size, so it doesn't have a massive footprint in the engine bay. So yeah, you're totally fine to run a top mount with that if you want to. You could run a stock STI top mount with that one if you want to. Yo, what's good, everyone? What's going on, Keith? Kuhn, hello. Hey, yo. First mod between catback and coilovers. Personally, catback. I want to be able to hear the car. I want to be able to know what it's doing. And I want that stuffs. I want to hear it. I want to be able to hear it. Omi, what's going on, dude? Justin. Hey, Tanner, what's happening? You know, kicking it, working on the STI today. Made a lot more good progress. We're starting to wrap up a lot of the small stuff now, which is fantastic. There's still some things I need to order here and there a little bit, but it's getting there. It's getting there. The good beans. How was your week, buddy? What's new? Dude, I'm like stupid busy this week, and I'll be stupid busy next week also. We got I saw somebody mention the clicky. Let me put the highlighter down. I don't know. It's like a weird Twitch thing. I don't know why I like to play with pens, but I like to play with pens for some reason. It's been busy. So I've been to meetings this week. I got meetings Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, which will set us up for some fun, exciting content for the future. Meeting with a lot of companies and manufacturers next week, so hopefully fingers crossed for some good stuff on that. Getting orders prepped, shipped out, printed off. I have a stack right here. We've got another round of shipments being dropped off on Monday, so some more orders are going to be getting sent out on Monday for you guys as well, assuming that UPS wants to cooperate and actually drop them off on time. But it's busy, but that's always a good thing, right? Alexander, not too bad, my man. Waiting on those thick boy sizes. Kyle, how thick boy we talking here? How thick boy? Because I can try sourcing. I like whatever is offered in the clothing size is what I have up on the website. So if they don't go big enough, let me know and I'll start sourcing some other brands to offer as well, or some other I guess like companies that make the physical hoodies. And I'll see what I can find. Oh my goodness. Can I not scroll up over here? There we go. Where you order your wire cover stuff. Link Race Spec and Amazon. So for all like the wire sheathing stuff, it's just like wire. If you go to Amazon, you type in wire loom, you'll see the stretchy like Chinese finger trap stuff. That's what I've been using. And then I'm going to use some of that like heat tape that's meant for wiring harnesses around that after we've done all the pinning and all the looming of everything, so that way it's got a nice barrier between the heat and everything. Now that I'm getting a lot of the smaller stuff in the engine bay, the STI knocked out, I can see that we're not actually going to be as bad on physical size or like physical space whenever it comes to heat stuff, so we might be solid there. Thanks, and it's the parent equal length. Not a fan. Hopefully no rad fans will be catching on fire. I think they fixed the design after I emailed them about that a couple of years ago because I was pretty salty about it. Dude, what kind of keyboard you using? LOL, sounds clicky as hell. It is a Corsair K90. I believe it's a K90. It might be a K55. I don't remember. It's a Corsair keyboard. Yo, what's good, everyone? Watching on my way home from work. Super windy in Cali today. How windy is super windy in Cali? How, Cali? Speaking of Cali, I want to make a trip down to California this year. I think it would be fun. It would be a fun time. Be a good fun time. Good fun. We'll probably take the BRZ if we do that, but it'll be fun. What does a burning clutch smell like? I don't really know if a burning clutch smells like anything. It's like it's distinctive as like burning clutch. I don't know what else it would smell like. It just smells like burning clutch. Like I don't know how else to describe it. First mod should be tires, unless it comes with good tires. Then you don't need to swap tires. Like the stock tires on the BRZ are pretty fantastic. They're Michelin's and they're sticky for some all seasons. I'm pretty sure they're all seasons actually. I haven't looked. There's some pretty good tire stock on that car. But I mean, it depends on what tires are already on the car. Thinking about STI swapping the Impreza RS I have. Remember, parts car, man. I'm telling you, Wayne, get a full-on parts car if you're going to do it, my dude. Full-on parts car. Hey, just bought an access port, nothing else. Should I use the OTS tunes or wait till I get more parts? Honestly, I would wait to install it until you got like at least an intake or a downpipe to throw on there. Personal preference on that one, but you do you, my friend. Does twin scroll make a big difference on non-AVCS engine? I kind of want to run a Borg Warner. I mean, twin scrolls are going to be a little bit better than single scroll, but I feel twin scroll is okay with the 2-liter. As long as it's not too big of a turbo. I mean, keep in mind you have a 2-liter, so you're only able to push X amount of air in and out of the engine with each combustion cycle. So as long as it's not a massively huge, humongo big Borg, like Borg Warner turbos are pretty big, so as long as it's not a massive Borg Warner, you should be pretty fine for the most part. Also, Jared, appreciate the dono, dude. Gonna attempt to install my tri-bar LED DR light bezel plus sequential turn LED this weekend. The wiring has already got me stressing. Jared, I'll trade you, my man. I will trade you. You can come do this engine harness for me if you want to, and I'll come install those. No, it's really not too bad. Most of that stuff out there is plug and play at this point, or they should give you a pretty easy and detailed wiring diagram to be able to plug it all in. Don't stress it too much. I promise it ain't too bad. Oh my goodness, my chat over here just jumped. There we go. You feeling saucy in the new BRZ? Not quite yet. It only has, I think I have 65 miles on the BRZ right now. I'm just trying to be somewhat nice to it before I absolutely beat the hell out of it. I have to go up to the mod garage tomorrow, so that should put another like 60 miles on the car or so. I think it's about 30 miles each way. I got to go finish up building another car up there, so that should get some more miles on there. I want to hammer on it a little bit. I just want to get into. I just want to blah blah. I just want to dig into it. The clicky was regarding the keyboard. Gotcha. BRZ sponsored? Question mark. No, it is not. It's sponsored by me, if that counts. Like 3X and 4X. Some of the stuff we do have on the website is 3X and 4X, but I'll look into some other options to try to get some more bigger sizes out there, because I know only some of them go up to like 2X. Do you plan to do more giveaways, my dude? That totally depends. This whole $25 one entry is a good idea. Not oversaturated with tries. If you guys want me to do another giveaway on the next merch drop, we can definitely make something like that happen. I don't know if it'll be as extravagant as a complete short block. I thought a short block would be fun since we're offering them on the website now, and people have asked me to build engines for them in the past too. So I figured this would be a cool way to do it as like an introductory kind of thing, is to get them out there. So I mean, if you guys like the whole giveaway idea for merch, we can totally keep doing that in the future. Maybe at some point later on we could do things more exciting, or things that are more applicable to absolutely everyone. Now that I'm playing with FAs again, maybe I'll snag a couple extra FAs, and we could build some FAs also, because I know a lot of you guys like FAs. 4X in hoodies. I believe there's 1 or 2 of them on the website right now that go up to 4X. I'm not 100% sure on that one though. David! Welcome, my friend. Our EJ25 comes back on Monday for the giveaway, so I'm very excited about that one. So next week, you guys get some engine building videos, which are always fun ones. Always fun ones. Doug, my dude, my drive hoodie is comfortable AF. Highly recommend it. That's what I'm saying. I love these things. That's why I haven't, like, the drive hoodies will always be in the drops. I don't ever plan on getting rid of the drive hoodies. All the other ones are always going to be limited. They're going to be like one drop thing kind of dealio. But all the other hoodies are the same quality as the drive ones. Like, if you guys have any of the drive hoodies, I love them. I love them. I have had this one for what, a year and a half, and it's still going strong. Minty. Yo, Tanner, I have to park my car outside like 100% of the time now. Same, Mark, I do too, man. When it comes to detailing, what can I do to make sure it's protected from Mother Nature in the Pacific Northwest? Or I'm Pacific Northwest. Ceramic coat it, dude. There's a lot of really easy DIY ceramic coating options out there. Everyone's gonna have their own flavor of what they like for ceramic coat. For all the not OEM, all the like DIY stuff, I really like the Chemical Guys G-Force stuff. It's really not bad to install. They give you all the applicator stuff. I think it's about $100 or something like that. I was able to do like 4 cars with it. Super easy to use also. 10 out of 10, dude. Ceramic coating makes a huge difference. Also, someone noticed my Speedia beanie at work today. Do they also watch us? And I say us as a collective, because we are a community, my friends. Hey, Tanner, I commented yesterday asking about your Golf R. I just want to say thank you for the transparency. I love when create. Yeah, totally. By all means, like, just to get it out there for anyone who is curious about what exactly happened with the Golf R. So, as you guys know, I bought the Golf R in October. Was it October? I think it was October. We drove the car about 1,500 miles. Yes, it was tuned with the Cobb access port. It was on an OTS tune with the Cobb intake. It was maybe tuned for, I don't know, 4 days before I took it all off. Some of you guys like commented up on my Instagram when I was selling it all a couple days later, and you guys were like, already? You're done with it? That's because we were swapping all the other stuff over. Waited about another month and a half before we put the intake on. It was still stock tune, everything like that. I had the stock intake on there for a video that we shot for a little while. Put the stock airbox back on just to wait until we had time to be able to get the downpipe on there. I never even got the downpipe on the car, unfortunately, which I was really curious about hearing how the Golf R sounded with the downpipe. We'll be able to hear what it sounds like on Melanie's GTI when the time comes. It'll sound relatively the same, but yeah, when it dropped the ground strap into cylinder 3, I pulled all the plugs out, swapped all the plugs, I put a magnet on a steel wire to try to fish it down into the cylinder to try to find where that ground strap went. Never found it. I left cylinder 3 spark plug out, and I let the car run for maybe about 10 seconds to try to shoot it out, just from the force of the piston and whatnot. Never came out. The knocking sound just got worse. Came and it went. Called the GM at the Volkswagen dealership I bought it from, had it towed down there. One of their techs started looking at it, trying to diagnose what exactly was going on with it. The only thing that I was told is that it passed a compression test. There was physical damage to the top of the piston. I assume that there was damage to the cylinder head as well, because you've got a tiny piece of steel. If it was aluminum, the damage probably wouldn't have been that bad, because aluminum is a relatively soft metal, but steel will definitely do some damage. So I'm guessing that maybe the impeller and the wheel and the turbo got damaged a little bit if it made its way out. The cylinder head crown is probably pretty toasty from that thing bouncing around in there. Who knows what other damage is in there. There was a lot of oil leaks on the car that were not caught when the dealer sold the car initially, which I still firmly believe. If you're selling a car, if you're like a reputable dealership, a non-reputable dealership, I really don't care. If you're selling a used car, you should take the time to not only check the safety of the car, just give the engine a once-over for mechanical readiness. Like, if they would have just popped off the plastic engine cover, they would have seen the initial oil leak. If they would have pulled the spark plugs, they would have seen that the girdle for the cams was just leaking hella oil into the spark plug holes and whatnot. So what ended up happening with the Golf R is it was getting to a point where they wanted me to start paying for the diagnostics on trying to troubleshoot what exactly the problem was. They never ended up finding the problem in the Golf, so I honestly have absolutely no idea what exactly happened to it. All I know, it was misfiring badly. The knocking sound would come and go. So what ended up happening is the Golf got wholesaled. So when I got the BRZ, we came to an agreement with the Volkswagen dealership. The Golf R got wholesaled for about $20,000. And trust me, I still lost money on the Golf. When I bought the Golf for, I want to say it was around $28,000. I put $10,000 down on the car. After tax, title, license, and everything like that, it bumped it up a little bit more. But I ended up losing that. It was a lesson learned. If you're gonna buy a car that you're not familiar with, do a lot more digging than I did. Don't fall into the troublesome trap. And it left a salty taste in my mouth. Like, it left a real salty taste. Like, I just didn't care to fix the Golf after it happened. Like, it was sour. It wasn't enjoyable. I worked on Melanie's GTI the other day and did the oil change to the spark plugs and everything like that. And the mechanical state of her EJ25, which is the engine in both the GTI and the Golf R, hers looks 1,000 times better. No leaky cam girdle. Spark plugs looked good. Everything else checked out. So yeah, that's the full rundown of what happened with the Golf R. It got wholesaled. Poor Gunther. Rest in peace, Gunther, wherever you are, wherever you end up. I don't know. I genuinely liked the Golf R. It just left a real sour taste in my mouth after that. If you come to Cali, you head down this way. I want to say hi. Of course, David, of course. Cheers up from a slow snow, South Carolina. Ooh, is it snowing over there right now? I saw a whole bunch of people out there were getting snow. Like disappointment. Like disappointment. Mark, like disappointment. Mark, what was that in reference to, my friend? I don't even know, but apparently we were like disappointment, man. I feel it. I feel it. And now my chat window over there for us. Burnt clutch smell is comparable to a burned up vacuum. I've never smelt a burned up vacuum. So that's an interesting smell to compare it to. I'll have to burn a vacuum and see what happens from it. F in the chat for Gunther. Poor Gunther. The dude never stood a chance, man. Never stood a chance. Never. Do the parts from the R fit the GTI? I know nothing about Volkswagen. Luckily, they do fit the GTI. Everything fits the GTI. They're the exact same engine. So think of it like an older, like a 2014 WRX and 2014 STI. They're both practically the exact same engine. The major differences between the R and the GTI is the turbo and the drivetrain. Aside from... Someone's car was very angry. Aside from that, yeah, the rest is pretty much same. Congrats on the BRZ. Thank you, Dan. The smell of burnt clutch. Oh, yes. Ravenchild, appreciate the dono, dude. Shout out to Brake Clean's ability to find cuts and nicks on your hands. Dude, big facts. That got me earlier when I was cleaning out some fuel line that I was making out there. You get just a drop of brake clean into a cut and woohoo! That stuff stings. Came from Taiwan, so instructions are shoddy at best, and you couldn't pay me enough to do that wiring harness. Dude, I've already done all the hard parts of the wiring harness. I've already done all the hard parts of it, dude. All you gotta do is just plug in all the connectors now. Have you ever tried the pedal commander? I have not. Module to play with the throttle mapping? I have not. Like, mostly make it less sensitive for fuel economy. Unfortunately, no. I have zero experience with pedal commander. Unequal length or equal length for the BRZ or just the Boxer in general? Boxer in general, I'm going to say equal length. For the BRZ, we had unequal length on the old BRZ, the one that was turbocharged. You couldn't really tell because the turbo really muffled it all. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. I don't know quite yet. Respect for all the stuff you just shared on the R. So sad. I had it on my short list. Traded my STI in for an F-Type. It's amazing. No real aftermarket. It makes one smile. Dude, it was sad. It was sad with Gunther. Poor dude. Like, I genuinely loved the Golf R. It was just that one experience. Like, I don't want to buy another German car after that. And I know not all German cars would do that, but I don't know. It was just it was not a fun experience. And some of you guys were asking me if warranty was going to take care of the car. The Golf did not have a warranty. It had no warranty at all, unfortunately. So it is what it is. What's up, dude? Hope all is well. All is pretty well, Cody. What's going on, dude? Woo! FA Lifestyle. That's what I'm saying. I'm up in AK. Is that Arkansas? That's Arkansas, right? Alaska is AL, I think. And premium fuel is only 90 octane. Should I be worried? Use a booster if it is. No, I would just run the 90 octane and have your tuner to obviously tune the car at 90 octane. Or if you're using an OTS map, use the 91 octane map and just keep an eye on all your values and everything. Johnny! Yo, what's up, Tanner? Congrats on the BRZ and hope you have a good weekend. Thank you, dude. Thanks, my man. We got a busy weekend ahead of us. I got some orders to ship out. I got an engine to go build for somebody else. We got videos to make, video editing to do. It's going to be a busy weekend, but it's going to be a good one. David, appreciate the dono, dude. Little gas money for the BRZ. Get some break-in fun. Yes. Once we get up to 500 miles, I'm going to send that thing, and it's going to be fun. I want to do some skids in the BRZ. I want to see how well the BRZ skids. We need to see the skid factor of the BRZ. Had a few Audis. They get very, very expensive. See, the Golf was doing the same thing. When I was looking around for replacement engines for the Golf, like the average number I was seeing for a replacement engine, like a used replacement engine just to toss in, was around $8,000. Which for me, and I know I could have torn the engine down, rebuilt it, and put it back in the car, but I really didn't want to with the Golf. I just really didn't want to. Like, I'll do it all day with Subarus, but the Golf, I just did not want to do it. I just didn't want to do it. But that's another main reason why I got rid of the Golf is just I didn't want to shell out the money for it. It's not cheap. Was not cheap. AL is Bama. AR is Arkansas. AK is Alaska. LOL. Thank you. Thank you. My Subi shuts off sometimes on red lights. You think I would say the first thing that comes to mind is a vacuum leak. If you have a blow-off valve, that would do the trick also. A blow-off valve will cause your car to die at idle at red lights. My old Skyline used to do that, and it was not a good time. Did the dealer hook it up on the trade? No, they did not. The R got wholesaled for about $20,000, which, in my honest opinion, is more than I thought it was going to get wholesaled for a car with a blown-up engine. So, I mean, hey, there's that. There's that. Do a cold start for the boys and a launch. I'm down for some launching. I'm about it. The S257 SXE isn't too big. It's an in-between between a 30R and a 35R of a JDM big port heads. And dude, send it then. Send it then. I'm about it. Do it. On my way to McDonald's, but saying hi before I get through the drive-thru. Chase, what you getting, dude? You getting a what do people call them? There's multiple names. McGangbangs, McDanks, McChicken with a McDouble. What you getting, man? What you getting? Whose car horn is going off? I'm so very confused. I keep hearing someone's horn, like alarm, go off. How's it going to Joseph? What up, dude? We doing the stuff today. We're doing the stuff for the things. A person that noticed the beanie does. It was a shift turnover, so he was currently working. So better not be watching. But if he is, hi, Reggie. What's going on, Reggie, if you're in here, dude? You didn't want to swap the Volkswagen motor because you're... I like my Subarus, man. I like my Subarus. Just picked up a 2014 STI. Loving it. Hey, congrats on the car, dude. I really want to do a VR6 Beetle build, but eventually... See, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing like a full-out Volkswagen build, but I also don't want to be doing a full-out Volkswagen build on a car that's supposed to be my daily driver while I don't have any other running cars. It's not a good idea. That is not a good idea. Bader tuning blue. He is. Senor Joshua will be tuning blue when the time comes. So... I got to order some more stuff, so hopefully here in the next couple of days I can get all that stuff in and keep things going. I got the power steering figured out on the STI today. Coil packs are figured out. I'm getting the last of the fuel line made, which I'm probably going to have to push that out until Sunday now since I'm building someone else's engine tomorrow, and I have to edit a video after this and pack some orders after this. It's just a busy time right now, but it's not bad, not bad. I nearly got burned by a Kia dealer when I test drove an STI. I walked away when you could clearly see the brake rotors heavily worn. The dealer didn't even do a safety. Dude, like, dealers are so... Like, a lot of dealers are so scummy with the way that they do things. And if any of you guys work at a dealership, you may be able to attest to this. Obviously don't out your own dealership or anything like that. But they can get so scummy. Dealerships are so much about money, and they make so much money that they don't even care about the cars that they're selling. Like, it's frustrating. It's actually infuriating. The Blob-Eye was a perfect example of that. When a dealer told me that they swapped a turbo, they did all this maintenance, they did all this stuff, and then I get into the car and I start tearing it apart to find out they lied about half of it. It had massive leaks. You guys remember the whole Karma situation. We all know how that ended up. And, like, remember Creature, the 2013 BRZ? Like, they were scummy about it too, dude. Also, Iron Wolf, appreciate the dono, dude. Can you please make an installation video on Optic Light Star's headliner? If I happen to come across an opportunity to install one for somebody, yes, I will. But I would, for me, I don't know. I don't have the extra funds to throw at something like that. For me, with the BRZ, the stuff I want to do with the BRZ, the STI, the Evo, right now is all performance stuff. It's all like go fast bits. Go fast bits. Not the trademark company, but like go fast parts. But if I'm doing one for somebody else, I'll definitely record it, make an installation video for you, dude. When will the 2017 STI be ready? Hopefully in the next week. My goal is still the 7 to 10 days from like 2 days ago, which is like 8 to 5 days, which it's more looking on the 8 side. I still need Kyle to come up and finish the fab stuff, so there's only so much I can't do the fab stuff. Like I can weld enough to get 2 pieces of metal to stick together, but I can't weld well enough to do what we need to do in the fabrication side of things. How's the markup out west? I paid 0 markup on the BRZ. I paid straight up MSRP. I can actually tell you exactly what I paid for the BRZ. Hold up. I can tell you. But yeah, there's no, like, I didn't pay a markup at least. I know some of the Toyota dealerships are doing markups. I paid $29,360 for the BRZ. That is what I paid. 0 markup. And I got some accessories thrown in, like the HomeLink mirror compass guy with the LED dome light upgrade also. And then I also got an OEM STI lip for the BRZ that should be here in about a week or 2. So, no markups over here. The good work, can't wait to see what you do with the BRZ. I've always wanted to swap one. Do it. Do it. Dealer used cars are way worse than private sale, in my opinion. Private party will at least... Dude, big facts. Big facts from Mr. Fox over there, man. I test drove a 2016 STI a few years back, and I remember it had a titanium exhaust. But what always remained a mystery was on the dash, where the electronic boost gauge, it was showing 21 to 23 psi. Interesting. That's very interesting. I don't know, man. There's some sketchy stuff. How long before you boost the BRZ? I don't know. We'll find out. It could be 2 weeks. Could be a couple months. Could be like 4 weeks. Could be like a week. Could be like maybe it's already ordered. Who knows? Who knows? Not as easy to boost as 20K. JDM EJ25 is a good motor. I don't like JDM engines or 205s. I've never been a fan of them. Never been a fan of them. That strap is probably burned into the top. The cat. Dude, where was I over in this chat? I don't even know where I was over here, man. I don't remember. Hey, Smedia, just a tad bit late, but how was your day? Super busy, man, but we got some good stuff going on. Vacuums do smell like burning clutch. Never thought of it like that before. I need to smell a burning vacuum now. For real, those BRZ are so sexy. Actually, a nice interior, smooth body lines. I hope you love it. I do love it. I enjoy driving that thing every single time I get in it. I'm about it. Respect all the stuff you just shared on the R. So sad. Oh, yeah, we were talking about that one earlier. Man, best way to extract a bolt out of the turbo. Broke off while pulling the top mount intercooler. Drill a small hole in the center of it. Get yourself some extractor bits. You're going to use the extractor bit. Go ahead and soak it in PB Blaster. If you have a torch, heat it, and then extract it out. Like 7 out of 10 times that works. The other couple times you may have to just drill it out and then retap it with a helicoil. Or a time cert, whatever you may have access to. Time certs are a little bit better, though. Lemon socks, I see. I thought you meant like the turbo 2-liter. Maybe not then. Maybe not that. Lemon socks. What are we talking about, lemon socks? Oh, I see what you guys are talking about over there. My ETS Extreme came in today. Ooh, installing it tomorrow. This better be... I liked it. I loved my ETS Extreme when I had it. It was very loud. It was very, very angry sounding. It looked beautiful. I'm about it. I like the ETS one. Burning vacuums. Think burnt hair. Burnt hair and burnt clutch do not... No, not even. No way. No way. I don't know what a burning vacuum smells like, though. A genuine question. I build my 66 Mustang to drift. All right, I'm about it. I'm putting an LS in. Want a turbo. The question is, should I go with a 66mm turbo or go twin small? I mean, if you're using it to drift, I would personally go with a smaller twin setup. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, that was Kyle. Looks like it's getting pushed out to tomorrow, but I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be here Sunday. I'll have to text Kyle back after this. Honestly, I'll go with like 2 smaller ones. They'll spool up a little bit quicker than one large, massive turbo. I mean, using no less, it's a V8. It'll spool up pretty quick regardless. But personally, I would do like 2 smaller turbos for drifting at least. So that way you can get into power quick and hold power. It might start to fall on its face up at the top end, but that really depends on how the setup is and what the turbos are like, what turbos you're using. But the single turbo will be cheaper if you want to go that route also. You think I could get one for less than $1,000? I make about 350 right now. Motor has 280 crank. Dean, what are we talking about though? What is that in reference to, my man? You think I could get one for less than $1,000? I make about 350 right now. Motor has 280K. I don't know what that's in reference to. I'm sorry, Dean. Yo, new here, driving Focus RS. Love the flat sick belt. Ooh, Andrew, I'm jealous of that Focus RS, dude. I've wanted a Focus RS for years, but they're so hard to find. When you do find one, there's always a markup on them, or they're always like extremely expensive. Jealous of that RS, dude. Hope you're enjoying it, man. Like hot electric and burnt hair for David, you're going way too into this burnt hair, burnt vacuums thing, man. Well, like so deep into it too. Thank you, G. You the best. Hey, anytime, dude. A burnt up vacuum doesn't smell like burnt hair. Promise. Sincerely, your favorite EMT. What clutch do you recommend? I do plan on making power in the future. Well, how much power do you plan on making? Because I could recommend X, Y, or Z clutch, but they may not be rated to whatever power, like torque numbers you're shooting for. So it really comes down to how much power you're trying to make. Michael, what up, dude? You get another Evo yet, dude? Gotta get one, man. Gotta get one. My clutch is bad. What you recommend for 375 torque? The ACT HDSS all day. Fantastic clutch. It gives you a little bit more headroom also. So if you want to make a little bit more power later on, you totally have the option to be able to do so. So don't you jump on me, chat. There we go. So excited to see what you do with the BRZ. I can't beef up my 2019 WXCVT, so gotta live vicariously through you, brother. Hey, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna do some good stuff with that BRZ. Just wait. Just give it a little bit of time. Just give me a little bit of time so I can stop spending money on the STI. I only have a little bit more money to spend on the Evo, and then after that, we can just start funneling stuff into the BRZ. And I'm excited for the BRZ one. BRZ is going to be fun. Well, in that case, you got a deal. LOL. See you this weekend. Done. All right, man. You're going to come do my engine harness for me then. I'm about it. You got to make sure it works, though. You got to make sure it works. I just made brownies. Jealous. I like brownies. Brownies are the best dessert. If you disagree... Nope. There's actually cheesecake. I take that. Brownie cheesecake. Best dessert. Hands down. Could you explain what a brake booster is and why you would get one? Do you not have a brake booster? Are you trying to get rid of your brake booster? What are you doing with a brake booster? So essentially the brake booster, it's like a preload for your brakes kind of. If you've ever driven a car without a brake booster, you know how like stiff the brake pedal can get. So the brake booster kind of alleviates that a little bit. I don't want to call it like a preload on the brakes, but it uses vacuum to kind of put like a preload on the brakes kind of thing. So like when you hit the brake, it's like, it kind of like does the thing. It's like, it makes braking a little bit easier. If you're curious, drive a car without a brake booster and then go drive one with a brake booster. You'll feel the difference. You will feel the difference. I promise you that. The brownie ones. Yo, what's up, Tanner? Congrats on the BRZ and hope you have a great weekend. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We're gonna have a great one. Drifto King Smeeda. Dude, I'm so bad at drifting. I will be the first one to admit it. I am awful at drifting, but I'll do it all day for funsies. S550 Mustang. Go. I like S550 Mustangs. Those things I like them. I'm about them. I want one day. Not today, though. Not tomorrow, but one day. What do we got? No, I did not. Buying a house this year, but I am buying a C6 Z06 sometime after. Ooh, why C6? Why specifically C6? I like the C7s. C6s aren't bad, though. I like the C6s, too. But congrats on getting a house, dude. That's exciting. It's exciting stuff. I don't know what's called. Planning to turbo the BRZ like the other one. Turbo or supercharger? It seems like everyone's mainly leaning towards supercharger. I'm more of a turbo kind of guy, but... I'm open to the turbo option, or the supercharger option. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Found metal shavings in my oil. I own a 12 STI. What would be the best route for a motor build in IAG Stage 2 or RA block? Looking to make around 400. Honestly, for 400 wheel horsepower, get the RA block all day. It's like half the price of the IAG block. Yeah, you may have seen IAG's videos where they're like, oh, like don't get me wrong, I like IAG. Don't let me premise this like I don't like IAG, okay? I like IAG. Let me get that out there right now. But also remember, IAG is a company that sells their engines, and of course they're going to try to get people to buy their engines over buying an RA block. An RA block is half the price. It holds more than 400 horsepower all day long. You guys saw me abuse the hell out of my RA block in the 05 STI when it was making like 460 wheel horsepower. That RA block is still alive. It's out in the garage. It's going in Mittens, the blown up Legacy that we have out there. Those RA blocks are like, they're beefy. They beefy good blocks. I mean, they're like, they're good. Honestly, if it were me, I'd get the RA block all day. All day long. All day long. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, yeah, the vacuum. See, that's why I didn't want to call it a preload. I don't want to call it like a preload, but you know what I mean. It's like an assist. Thank you. Assist is the word that I should have been going for. Just here for the burnt vacuum comments. Are we still on the burnt vacuum thing? Are we still talking about the burnt vacuum, burnt hair, burnt clutch smell? Is that what we got going on? Does the new BRZ come in a CVT? Yes, it does. Personally, not a huge fan of the CVT, but if you do not want a manual, it does come in a CVT. And I did verify. It was verified through Subaru. And apparently Toyota's doing this too. You cannot pre-order any more BRZs or GR86s this year. They are done. They're not doing any more. The chip shortage has they are out. So if you can get one, you can get one. If you can't, you can't. I'm sorry. Hopefully, if you guys are trying to get, hopefully if anyone is out there trying to get one, you're able to get one. But they're like straight up, no more pre-orders. Pro Charge it. There's no Pro Charge. I've heard Pro Charge come up a few times. Tanner, Father Horsepower is consistent 1.41 feedback knock and third is scare. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't stress it at all. Totally normal. You're gonna see it. Every engine knocks. Not like kind of knock, but you know what I mean. Like knocks, pings. You get feedback knock. Anything below negative 4.20, totally normal. You'll see negative 1.41. You'll see negative 2.40. Sometimes you'll see negative 3.20. Totally normal values. Don't stress it. Even if it is consistent, don't stress it. Unless you see damn like completely like drop, then stress it. But don't stress too much. Just a little bit. Just like okay, I should probably look at this kind of stress. Not like panic stress. You know what I mean. Just a little stress. Not as bad as the best pizza joint. Pizza? Now we're talking about pizza over here? I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of oversteer I got my Civic SI at the last rallycross. It was at an 1/8 mile dirt track. Little left foot action on the brake and slid into the whole bowl. That'd be fun. Dirt track stuff would be fun. That sounds fun. Speaking of Mittens, rallycross that beast. Mittens is not mine to decide what to do with, unfortunately. If Mittens was mine, though, we'd send it. We'd just do the sends. We'd do the sends. What about a stage 3 and up IG block? I think they are closed decks and can make upwards of 1K horsepower. You will not get 1K horsepower to the stage 3 and up. To get like 1K plus, you need like their Will-All block or something like that. Even their Trojan block. Like their Trojan block was comparable to like what I did with Karma. Personally, I wouldn't buy an IAG block. I wouldn't buy one. I would, if somebody is going to build an engine for me. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like poop on IAG or anything about that. Like this is just my stance and how I look at it. The way IAG builds engines, and they're good engines, don't get me wrong. I've installed a lot of IAG engines. But personally, I would rather have one human person build my entire engine than have it go through an assembly line. And I understand the assembly line is more efficient. You can crank out more of these engines that way. But if I'm having somebody else build it for me, I want one individual. One person, which is why I really like Outfront. Jeremy and the guys down there, they do incredible work. I trust them with my 4G63. I trust them with all the EJ25s I do. I trust them with my EG33. They built that also. I would prefer to have one person do it if I'm having somebody else do it. I'm now at the point where I would much rather do it myself. But if you're looking at having somebody else build your engine, I would heavily consider Outfront, you guys. Like, highly. You guys have seen the work that they do. You guys have seen the work that Jeremy does. It's fantastic. Like, personal opinion on that one. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with IAG. I like IAG. It's just personal preference on it. Also, Cody, appreciate the dono, dude. Daminos. Polly, so happy you got the BRZ. Thanks, dude. I am too. It felt like a long wait for that thing, too. Like, I got the order sheet right here from it. I don't know why I still have this hung up. I ordered this on September 19th, and we got it January 19th. So exactly 4 months, pretty much. Tanner, where are you from, by the way? I am just south of Seattle, so like the greater Tacoma, Seattle area is where I'm at. Up in Washington State, Northwest, like kind of by Canada. Canada's like a couple hours away. We could go up to Canada. I can't. Actually, I can go into Canada. I don't know. I don't know about the whole border thing right now. IAG went up as well. Did they? I guess IAG's pricing went up too. Would a Type RA block fit into my 06 WRX with stock heads rebuilt? Yes, it will. However, your compression ratio will be a little bit different because of your heads. Just keep that in mind. Actually, no. Does that have B25 or D25 heads? If it has D25 heads, it'll change your compression ratio a little bit. So just look into that. You have to just make sure that your piston to valve clearance is good. If you have B25 heads, they just bolt right on. I mean, the D25 heads will bolt right on also. You just have to take into account the combustion chamber size for the block and the head. It'll throw off your compression ratio a little bit. Should have bought the block last month. You guys, dude, if you guys want built engines, I'm telling, dude, we got them on the website. Just go get one of ours. I'll build an engine for you. I'll document it too. I'll film it because everybody likes the engine building stuff. Tanner, if I invite you to my wedding, are you coming? Are you guys getting married? You guys, congrats on getting married. Weddings are fun. I don't know where you guys live though, so I don't know, but I do like weddings. Weddings are fun. Congrats to you and Senor Will. Congratulations. You should go to Seattle and get a BRZ photos with downtown skyline in the background and stuff. I hate Seattle. I hate going to Seattle. Seattle's like such a poop place now. Seattle used to be really cool, but every time I go to Seattle now, it's hella sketchy. There's always car break-ins. There's like hypodermic needles everywhere. There's like super sketchy people walking around everywhere. I hate Seattle. You will not catch me in Seattle if I can avoid Seattle at all costs. Rest easy, Gunther. Team burned up vacuum. Poor Gunther. Poor dude. I'm so curious what's going to happen to the Golf R. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that curious. I am curious, but I'm not going to like stalk him. Will you build an FA? Yes. We're going to build the FA24 and the BRZ. We're going to do it. We're going to make some sauce soon. Not right now. We have to at least have another running car before we tear it all apart. Gotta replace an axle passenger front 07 Fozzie. Seems straightforward to replace. Any tips or tricks? Boot torn, grease burning on the downpipe cover. It's a little pain to separate them. Just be a little bit careful, be a little bit gentle. I actually have a video on how to rebuild that stuff. If you want to go check that video out, by all means. So engine giveaway tomorrow or going to be later? The engine giveaway honestly, the announcement will probably be next Friday of when we pick the winner and when we go through it. With our case halves coming back on Monday, I'll probably build it. Like I said, I have meetings Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, so I'll probably build it in the afternoon on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we'll have the built engine done. I'll do the drawing, or we'll pick the winner next Friday in that live stream. So in a week, we should know the winner. We should know the winner of the engine build giveaway. I just didn't want to do the giveaway up until the case halves came back. I didn't want to pick the winner. So case halves come back Wednesday. Monday. I've got tracking for it. We'll build it Tuesday, Wednesday. Do the announcement for the winner next Friday. And if you guys don't want to get entered, you guys have what, like 4 hours and 40-ish minutes, 46 minutes-ish left, something along those lines. Bro, what happened to the Taxi STI? I sold it. I got tired of its poop. It kept giving me poop all the time. I got tired of it. I was like, Karma, I'm done. No, I'm just joking. I really liked Karma. I do miss Karma. But I sold it back in October so that way we could get the shop space, get the Evo, and continue expanding and growing. Have you ever ordered any parts from Kanju Motorsports? I have not. Also not an FA fan. I like the FA24 with the DIT system and the D4S. So we'll see what we can make with it. We got EJs. We got EGs, and we got FAs. We got them all around here. Also, how is power steering to do? Because dude, this is Canada. Whoa, dude, Canada, this thing's hard to read. Also, is power steering to do? Because honestly, that's what I'm the most. Oh, it's not bad. Yeah, I mean, you could use an electronic power steering rack if you want from like a Prius or something. A lot of people do it, and just wire it in and use that. Or you could do a traditional hydraulic one. It's really going to come down to the setup with the LS that you decide to use in the rack. 18 STI, 31K mile, Iowa, winter driven, white gunk in oil cap, and losing coolant but no overheating or external leaks. What could this be? The white gunk is moisture buildup from the PCV system. It goes up to the top of the oil cap, and it looks like a frothy, whitish, yellow pea mixture. That's going to happen if you don't have an AOS. Why you're losing coolant, though, that one, there could be a plethora of things. It could be burning coolant, could be a small coolant leak somewhere that you're not seeing, could be leaking coolant into the combustion chamber, but then you'd be seeing white smoke out the back of the car, like a good amount of white smoke. So it could be a couple things. Is your shop in a storage unit? Curious because I would like to do the same. So it looks like it's in a storage unit, but it's actually not in a storage unit. So where I have the shop is actually, it's kind of like this storage unit shop space area where they have all of these units, and all of these units are made for people to be able to run businesses out of or to be able to run auto shops out of. I could only get the smallest unit size because A, that's all I can afford right now, and B, they didn't have anything bigger. So the floors are heated on them. They have good lighting. They have a security protocol. They have a clubhouse, a cabana. They do car shows there every year. They have a pressure washing station. They've got snack machines, whole bunch of stuff. But they're actually made for people to be able to run businesses out of and auto shops. So they'll if you get one, they'll come and install a lift into your shop space also. So you could have a full-on 2-post or 4-post lift in there as well. But no, it's not technically a storage unit. It's actually like a shop space. What AOS do you recommend? IAG Comp Series is always my go-to. Hi, do you think IAG AOS will be fine for winter times? As long as you're not in the extreme cold, yes, you should be fine for the most part. That's why those units are heated. The biggest issue you're going to run into with the IAG AOSs or any AOS in general, it's not even IAG specific, is that the AOS drain that goes back into the crankcase breather that drains all the oil back in, that can potentially freeze due to moisture buildup in there, and then it's going to start. It's just not a good time. That's not a good thing to have to happen. So unless it's like extreme cold, I forgot what the temperature rating is. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. Tanner, have you ever burned a CV boot with a screamer pipe? I have not. Personally have not, and I've had a lot of external wastegate cars. You just have to make sure you set up your external wastegate properly. Obviously don't have the dump tube burning pointed straight at the axle boot. That's obviously going to burn a hole through it. Have it offset, so I was pointing at the ground and missing the axle boot. But no, I've never had one happen like that. Cobb or parent front mount intercooler? Cobb, 100%. I absolutely hate the parent front mount intercooler piping set. Their core is totally fine, but I hate their piping with a burning passion, a burning desire. I've installed a couple of them for people, and their piping routes backwards. Not a fan of how everything routes on there. I run the parent front mount intercooler and love it. Well, see, there you go. Some people like it, some people hate it. I personally don't like it. Their core is good. Their piping, I absolutely hate it. I would personally get ETS or Cobb before I even consider getting... Actually, I would get ETS, Cobb, Process West, Grimspeed. There's a lot of ones I would get before Parent. For me, Parent's down here. Would you build me an 800 horsepower engine? If you pay for it, make you all build it. If you make a drive dad hat snap back, I would buy it instantly. Do we have a dad hat? Pretty sure we have one. Hang on, let me go check. I'm pretty sure we have one. Pretty sure we got one over here somewhere. If I could learn to type. I'm pretty sure we have one over here. Boom! Dad hat. Dad hat. And it's a snapback. I actually have one somewhere. I think it's in the bedroom. I was wearing it earlier, but it needs to be washed still. But yes, we do have them. We do have them, my friend. We do the do. We do the do. The piping sucks, but the core is great. See, that's what I'm saying. Their core is totally fine, but their piping does suck. Is YouTube your full-time job? Yes, sir, it is, and it is. Let me tell you guys this right now. Because a lot of people ask me, I ordered my dad hat. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The dad hats are dope. I've got one in the other room. I just don't want to completely mangle it whenever I'm out in the garage rolling around on the ground and whatnot. Let me say this about doing YouTube full-time. Oh, you're right. It's not the Drive one. You're right. It doesn't have the Drive logo. I'll do a Drive logo one in the next drop. You're right. You got me there. Big brain stuff. You got me there. Let me say this about doing the YouTube stuff because a lot of people ask about this. YouTube is way more work than what people make it out to be or what you may think it is. The average work day for me, I wake up at 8 and I don't go to bed till probably about 2 to 3 a.m. somewhere in that realm. Some nights it's not as busy as other nights, but most of the time you're shooting video all day. For me, it's responding to comments also, which eats up about an hour to 2 hours a day. Editing videos, which can take anywhere between like an hour and a half and like 4 hours, anywhere in there. Then you got to upload, like research tags and everything. Then there's all like the side stuff that's going on also. Like, it is way more work than what people make it out to be. From what I can gather, at least, because before I went into this, I was like, yeah, it's not really as bad as what people make it out to be. Sheesh, it's busy. It's busy, I promise. It's rewarding as hell. Trust me, I wouldn't want to be doing anything else if I could again. But it's definitely a lot busier than what people actually make it out to be. Hear me out, Smedia. All right. I got you. Flannel would go hard. We're actually doing a flannel in the next drop, but you guys won't see that until that next drop rolls around, which will probably be like 2-3 months, something along those lines. I don't like to do back to back drops. I kind of like to leave like a little gap or a little break in between all of them. But flannel, it's coming, my man. It's coming. I love me some flannels. Get some sleep, bro. My friend, there is work to be done. There is work to be done. I sleep 5 hours, and that's plenty. That's plenty. Tanner, would you build me an engine like your 05 STI? I'll pay for it, obviously. Yeah, totally. Like I said, we have... Let me go back to this. Boop, boop, doo. If you guys want, and you go to our short block thing, like, I have 2, like, pre-built out short blocks if you guys wanted to get a built short block like this. But if you guys want me to build you a block that's not one of these 2, like, this one's right, like, 500 wheel horsepower capable. That's what I'm doing a giveaway on right now. The other one is about 650 wheel horsepower capable. Depending on what your goals are, I will build whatever you want. You just have to email me, and then we work things out. If you don't have case have to supply, don't worry about it. Just hit no. It's going to say, please send in a core or something along those lines. You don't need to send in a core. I can totally source some here. It's no big deal. We just have version 1, version 2. I can get you oil pumps. I can get you whatever you need. But yeah, I'll totally build you guys whatever you want me to build. If it's not on the website, just email me and I'll totally get that worked out. +1 on the flannel. We're doing it. Dude, get an Atomos Ninja 5 with the Silent Lunchbox as the music. Hold up, my friend. Hold up, my friend. Let me dig through my bag right here. You talking about this guy? Talking about this guy right here? These things are dope, dude. Mine's a Shinobi though. These screens for your cameras, they're dope. They're dope little screens. Well worth it. If any of you guys try to do some fun B-roll stuff or anything like that, 10 out of 10. Get an external screen like this. Makes your life 1,000 times easier. Work 7 days, sleep 5, something profit. See, something along those lines, right? And we're not... Whew, it ain't bad though. I enjoy doing it, so I don't consider it work all the time. I consider it for me. It still feels like a hobby, but it's like work hobby kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's fun. I want to start documenting my 66 build, but YouTube seems scary. Also, don't have a good camera. You got one of these? You could totally, dude. Just start out using this. Like the camera I started with was like a $400 Canon that I got from Best Buy. Like, you don't need like a fantastic camera to start doing stuff on. Like, the whole reason I have the camera I have now, which I have a Canon EOS R, which is my main camera that I shoot with. Every once in a while, you guys will see GoPro footage here and there. I sold my backup camera to Jace. I don't know if he's in here or whatnot, which was just a small point and shoot. I just didn't really like the point and shoot that much. I didn't use it. You don't need a big fancy camera to start making videos. Like, just use this. Start it with this. But please, if you're making videos for YouTube, don't record like this. Record like this. I promise it'll be that much better. How much horsepower you think? How much horsepower can an STI get on pump gas? On pump gas? That entirely depends on the setup, that entirely depends on the setup on that one. Will, dude, would love to have you, but no, it's a bit of a trip. East Coast over here. I've actually never been to the East Coast. One day though, we'll make our way out to the East Coast. I think the farthest east I've been is Florida, and no more north than that. 18 STI not boosting past 8 PSI. Changed spark plugs and cylinder 4 plug was super wet. Giggity. Thoughts? What was it wet with? Oil or fuel? Like what type of wet? If it's oil, I'd say valve cover leak. If it's fuel, I'd say you're running a little bit too rich there. Get a cell phone, gimbal, or GoPro. Devin Niemela uses a GoPro for his content. See, that's what I'm saying. Like every person's going to have a different camera setup that they like to use. Like for me, I love using my Canon. Like a lot of you guys are like, I don't have a mirror or anything. let me pull up a picture of this. A lot, like, I get comments all the time, like, oh my god, the footage is so shaky. Go get a gimbal. Go get a gimbal. Go get a gimbal. Like, that's not an option. It's not an option. Like, let me pull this up real quick. Let me swap. Like, I use a full-size DSLR to shoot my videos, and it's not a small camera by any means. Like, I'm trying to find that's the no is that yeah that's the camera that I use. Not with that lens, obviously. I have a 15 to 35, which is not that I do have that lens, but that's not my shooting lens. But it's a full-size DSLR. So people are like, get a gimbal, put it on a gimbal. It'll make like so much like, do you know how long it would take to set up a gimbal, take it off the gimbal, put it on the gimbal, put it on a tripod, put it on a gimbal, take it off the gimbal? Plus they're so heavy too. You have to use 2 hands to hold them. It's just, yeah, no. And you don't, like I said, you don't have to have a big fancy camera to start making videos. A cell phone with a little handheld $100 Osmo gimbal or something like that works fantastic. Would you recommend getting a BRZ or a WRX? That entirely depends on what you want out of the car. They're 2 entirely different cars for 2 entirely different purposes. The BRZ is going to be a lot more fun, in my opinion, than the WRX. Like, I don't want to say fun in that sense, but like rear-wheel drive tends to be a little bit more fun, in my opinion, than all-wheel drive. But I love all-wheel drive for power because you can put down the power a lot easier. Honestly, it really depends on what you want out of the car. There's no right or wrong answer there. For 11 WRX, would you recommend a 6-speed swap or a built 5-speed? 6-speed swap all day. I personally don't like how long the gears are in 5 speeds. They're great for daily driving, like highway stuff, but I like the 6 speeds a little bit better. I like the ratios. I gotta come back to the Rust Belt. Northeast loves their Subies. Everything, like, we don't have rust out here. It's lovely. We don't salt anything. 19 hours of Subies, 5 hours dreaming about Subies every day. Grind set. I like that grind set. I've never heard of that before, but I'm about it. Oops, I didn't mean to plug my IG. LOL, so sorry. How dare you, Nick? How dare you? How dare you, my friend? I shoot with a Fujifilm X-T4 GoPro iPhone 12 Max. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need a big camera to do it. You don't need a big fancy camera. Like, the whole reason I invest in the big fancy camera is because I like the footage that I get out of it, and I like being able to have a little bit more control and settings, and I like the quality that I get out of it. But you definitely do not need something like this. Like, Whistling Diesel shoots only on iPhones. It's like, it's brilliant. Brilliant. How do you feel about those cylinder hones that you attach on electric Jill? If you're in a pinch and you can't get a machine shop, they work okay. You've got to be very consistent with it, though. Very, very, very consistent. If you're rebuilding an engine, have a machine shop take the case halves. Have the machine shop take your engine. The only way to validate and truthfully know that you're getting a true seal is by having it remachined and rehoned. Upping the piston size a little bit. What they're going to do is you give the machine shop your pistons, you give them the block, they're going to bore out the block, and then they're going to rehone it to that exact size of the piston. That's why I sent those case halves down to out front, is so that way we could have a rebored and rehoned cylinder, so that way we get an absolute perfect seal between the piston ring and the cylinder walls with the cross hatching, because the cross hatching is there to make sure that the piston rings seat properly and create a good seal. That's the whole point of the cross hatching. It's like I said, if you're in a pinch and you don't have any other option, they work. I personally wouldn't do it. Who is tuning the STI? Josh Bader is tuning the STI. I don't like Whistling Diesel. He just destroys things. I'm not a fan. Well, I'm just talking about the fact that he uses iPhones to film. Like, you don't gotta like the dude. Like, I watch his stuff, but every now and then it's entertaining. But, like, he strictly uses iPhones. That's the point I'm trying to make here, is you don't need a big camera. You can totally just use a phone. Tanner, what's up, dude? What's up, Chad? What up, man? I hope you're well. Totaled my 2018 WRX and walked away unhurt. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're unhurt. I'm sorry to hear that you totaled the WRX, dude. Happy to be alive. Picked up a 2015 STI Launch Edition as a replacement. That seems like a good replacement, though. Sorry to hear, dude. Hopefully you're all right. Hopefully there's no, like, big cuts, bruises, scratches, or anything like that, man. Curious what editing software you use for your videos. Always looks great to me. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I use Adobe. I have the Adobe suite, so I use Adobe Lightroom for photos, Adobe Premiere Pro for videos. I Photoshop every now and then. I don't use Photoshop too much. I use Illustrator to do some of the merch designs here and there. Lots of stuff. I was a machinist a long time ago. Do not do that stuff at home. Just don't. +1 on Jeffrey there. Like I said, if you can send your block out to a machine shop, do it. You won't regret it. Send prayers for my poor old speedy use. Oh wait, STI just blew head gaskets. Easy fix. Annoying fix, but it's easy. I promise it ain't too bad. I am sorry to hear though. That's still not a fun thing. Thanks, Tanner. Anytime. They also use torque plates. They do use torque plates. Well, they use the torque plates for the bore. So the whole point of the torque plate is to emulate having the head bolted onto it. It's not so much for the honing. They definitely keep it attached for the honing, but it's mainly for the boring of it. Thoughts on the MK 7.5 GTI? I actually really like the 7.5s. I kind of wish I would have got a 7.5R instead of the 7R when I had mine. But on like the interior upgrades, the digital dash, I like the 7.5 a lot better. I think they made a couple changes with the EJ25 setup, but I don't think it's anything major. Back to the front mount intercooler topic. LOL, what's your favorite bolt-on intercooler? I want to get Cobb, ETS, or Perrin 100%. Fitment's great. Quality's good. Price is fair in comparison to Cobb. Cobb, I think, is way overpriced for their front mount intercooler. It's damn near almost $2,000 for theirs, whereas I think the ETS one is right around $1,400 or so. But ETS all the way. Bader killing it. Yes, Bader and I are going to go party. I'm going to go trailer the car out there. I picked up one of Bader Stage 4 blocks. Ooh, nice. That's a good pickup right there, Jonathan. Yo! Canton, what's poppin', dude? What's poppin'? You tell me. I'm doing a leak down test tomorrow to see where all my compression cylinder 4 is hiding. Let the games begin. Congrats on the new ride again. Hey, appreciate it, dude. Thank you. I'm guessing that your compression is going out. I'm going to say a valve. That's my guess. I'm going with a valve. Easy fix right there. Easy fix. Relap the valves, or recut the seats, relap the valves, new valves. Solid. What's up, Tanner? Up here in Bellingham. Took my 15WX to Surgeline last August for ProTune. Great guys. Chris is a wizard. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I always suggest Surgeline. Awesome. And I like Chris as a tuner. He's very open. He's very friendly. He's very approachable also. Awesome dude down there. Awesome team down there. You reckon an EJ20 can take 500 crank horsepower? No, I do not. Not a stock one, at least. Do you have to pull the engine and resurface the heads when blowing a head gasket? Yes. I mean, technically speaking, no. But the right answer is yes. Yes. I mean, I've seen people... Yeah, you do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yes, you do. Thank you for the front mount intercooler info. Haha. I really do appreciate it. Hey, anytime, dude. Anytime. You know what would be a great focus for the channel? Seating position. Affordable, safe, good-looking seats. And any open tricks? One of the few weak STI spot seating position. So I have the planted seat mounts in the STI right now with the race equipped seats. Honestly, I like the planted mounts because you can essentially put the seat wherever you want. You want it closer to the center console, you want it closer to the door, you want it more forward, you want it more back. I actually really like those ones. And they're pretty affordable too, like $120 a seat bracket. Not terrible. I'll take that bet that it's leaking past the rings just for the other side of the bet. Dude, that's the bad side. You don't want it leaking past the rings. But anyways, you guys, I have to jump off. We've been going for about an hour. I have to go pick up some banners to ship out to you guys. Like I said, if you guys do want to enter in the giveaway, we are going to be doing the drawing next Friday. We get our case halves back Monday. We're building the engine next week, which means the STI might get pushed out another week just because we're going to be doing this giveaway engine build, which is very important, and I want to get that one knocked out and get the winner taken care of, get that sent out to them. So if you guys do want to enter that, I'll put the website in the comments again. So that way, if any of you guys want to snag anything, you definitely can. I think there's about 4.5 hours left on the giveaway before deadline. So good luck to everyone who has entered. May the odds be ever in your favor to win this beautiful EJ that we're going to be building for you guys. So I got to go pick up some banners, get some videos edited, knock out some other side stuff that I got to get taken care of tonight, go build an engine tomorrow, and then keep working on the STI on Sunday. So with that, I'll catch you guys later. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Excited to get the BRZ stuff going also. So I think this was the awkward ending. So peace out, homies. Woo! And then, and I appreciate the donos as always and the support, you guys. Always appreciate it. Say, I knew I was forgetting something. Color of the day, white, for the BRZ.